What's up, guys? My name's Lucas, and welcome to the Big Mad Podcast. I'd like to thank one of our sponsors, Connor Allwood, at the Anderson Art Center located in Anderson, South Carolina, for helping fund this podcast. If you're interested in funding the arts, specifically the ceramic arts, visit andersonarts.org for more information. So, guys, I'm back, episode 7, I believe, and we're moving right along. And I'm having a good time. I'm having a good time with you guys, and I hope you're having a good time listening to me. So we're just getting it going. We're starting to pop off, getting some consistency. I'm starting to get a groove in this podcast business, figuring it out as I go, as you all know if you listen to my previous episodes. So, as always, you know I'm right off the dome. All this stuff is unscripted. I'm just talking out my ass. So we just see where this gets us. I just start talking and see where it goes from there. So bear with me. Unscripted, so I'll be all over the place at times, or I'll stick right to it. You never know. You never know what you're going to get with me. And that's why we have fun. That's what the fun's all about. So if you haven't noticed, my voice might sound a little bit different. As I said in my previous episodes, I was working on building a studio. So I'm currently in the new room now. Everything is hooked up. Working on soundproofing the room, which is what you're hearing in the kind of echo tin sound. So I tested it a bit. I heard it. I don't like it, but I do need to, I can't fix it right now. But I managed to move to a spot where it wasn't as bad. But this will be fixed eventually. It's slowly coming together. And it costs money, so I gotta, not making money from this podcast isn't really helping fund my studio any quicker, so gotta be patient with some stuff. But I don't think it's too annoying. I think I'm still able to do the episodes. But if it is annoying you, I apologize. It will be fixed eventually. Just gotta buy foam and pad the walls and get the, so all that stuff, all that fun stuff. So I'll get it sounding good. Don't worry about that. It's kind of awkward. I'm in a position where I'm actually in the opposite room of my computer. I'm not even looking at my monitor right now, so I don't have time. I don't have the timestamp I can look at. I don't have any reference material on the computer. So this is strictly off the top of my head. So, yeah, I think that's all I have to preface with. Go ahead and follow the Twitter page if you haven't yet. That's at Big Mad Pod, BigMadPod. And I'll post, not only do I post links to the latest episodes and when they've been dropped and released, but I'll also kind of share some funny stuff or some tweets that I think of and some things that relate to episodes on the podcast. And so it's all kind of a platform to interact. And I want to have fun with it. I want to interact with people. I want to talk and get on that same wavelength as get all the people in the same wavelength together, and we can brainstorm and collaborate ideas and just share funny things and funny ideas with each other. If you guys want to recommend topics that I discuss, that would be amazing. I would love if I got recommended topics. I do keep notes when I think of things, but I mean, if you guys think of something that relates to the podcast and the types of things I discuss, by all means, share that with me. I would love to go over that topic, so I'm all ears. I'm the type of person, I encourage criticism. I don't take it personally. I want it. I need it, because that's how I get better. So anything that could be fixed, or I could do differently, or maybe there's a better idea on how I can organize things, I'm all ears. I mean, there's reasons why I do the things I do, but there's also better reasons that are out there that maybe I haven't figured out yet. So if you guys have topics, send them my way. I would love it. And maybe I'll use your topic in an episode. You never know. So with that leads me into today's topic and our question for today. And so here is my important question. Why the fuck do people sell used clothes and tennis shoes on the Facebook Marketplace? What the fuck are you doing? Like, I'll get on there sometimes and I'll see, and I get it, like, moms that stay-at-home moms or something that have kids that are growing up and, you know, they only wear the shoes for a couple months or so before they get into a new size, and, you know, the mom's stuck with these shoes that are in pretty good shape or whatever. But it just cracks me up when I get on Facebook Marketplace, and I don't even have to get on the Marketplace. People just share it to the page and I see it normally. And it's like a toddler size 12, whatever the kids' sizes are. And it's like $7. And I can see they're all wrinkled up and they're worn. $7. You're really trying to sell on Facebook and gain $7? Why don't you just recycle the shoes or throw them in the trash for all I fucking care? I mean, I would encourage you to recycle them, but for $7? You trying to hustle for $7? It ain't even worth the person's hassle to drive to your house for $7. And that's another thing that's even funnier about it is they'll do pickup only, or they'll have these really like strict requirements on the purchase. Like, if you want these shoes, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do this. It's like, bitch, they're $7 toddler shoes. I don't give a fuck, and they're worn. That's just gross to me. I would never do that. I don't have a kid, so I guess I can't relate all that well, but I don't get it. And that the same people that share those have, you know, all the clothes and stuff too, and it's like $3, $5, $7. I get that it adds up, but is it worth the hassle? I mean, just take it to fucking Goodwill, get the receipt, and write that shit off on your taxes the following year when you file. I mean, why do things have to be hard? Are these bitches that bored? Are people that bored and that thirsty for a couple bucks? What are you gonna do? Go run to the drive-thru in McDonald's and get a McChicken and small fry? Maybe a sweet tea if you sold enough clothes that day? I mean, come on, people. What are you doing? It just cracks me up the shit people try and sell. And the one I think of the most is the shoes. That's like the first thing that comes into my head. But there's so many other shit. Like, there are good things to sell. Like, it's not that shoes are particularly ridiculous to sell, in my opinion. It's like the kids' shoes that you're trying to get like $4 for them. That's where it blows my mind. Obviously, adult shoes, and there's a sneakerheads out there will pay top dollar for some shoes, even if they are a little worn. But it's the kids' shoes that crack me up. I don't get it. Oh, I'm trying to look through things now. Someone's selling diapers. Oh, okay, I kind of understand that, I suppose. Yeah, here, baby girl clothes, $5. Just throw it in the trash. Or hand it down to someone you know. Or actually, don't throw it in the trash. Donate it. But little boy's clothes, it's a pair of gym shorts, $1. This person wants $1 for a pair of shorts. A pair of 24-month shorts, $1. And on the fucking ad, it's a Snapchat picture, so the 24-month shorts, $1, that's in Snapchat, that black bar that goes across the screen with the text in it. People's production value is just so fucking low. $1! They have other stuff! Everything is mostly $1, they say in the description. Yo, what the fuck is one... I'm not even exaggerating. The $7 I made up, but now I'm actually looking at an ad. It says $1. What are you doing? How does $1 help you? If you sold 30 things, that's $30, but that's 30 separate transactions. I doubt anyone's gonna buy all of it together. Like, that's just so much work for so little return. That's what I think. These people have to be bored. They have to be. And at least they're in condition to sell. They don't look like shit, but I mean, it does good because I know people struggle financially, and so this is probably huge for a struggling parent or parents trying to raise a kid. So this is probably helps them greatly because they can get their kid cheap clothes when they can't afford other clothes. So it is good for that reason, and maybe that is the seller's purpose, is to help those in need. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm looking at it wrong, but it just seems like so much work to me for it. I don't know what perspective to take, if the seller's hustling for a couple bucks, if they're that desperate for a couple bucks, or if they're trying to kind of do it more as a charity. But but we have places already set up for charity. You know, you got Goodwill, the Salvation Army. There's a ton. Really, I would encourage anyone that shops at those places to find the local spots. Like, fuck the Goodwills, fuck the big chains, because they're obviously making money, and that's kind of, I mean, I understand they need to sustain their business, but I mean, I don't know what the CEO of Goodwill's worth, but it's probably a lot if I had to guess. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I'm going to guess it's a lot, and I think that's kind of shitty. You know, you get donations for free and then you sell it. It's kind of shitty. So I would encourage you, if you do need to find cheap clothes, there's local spots out there. There's local Goodwill equivalents, and patronize them, because they are actually doing it to help. They aren't doing it to make money. And not only is it great to shop local, but it's just, I want to patronize someone that has sincere ethical intentions. But back to the topic. I mean, I'm pulling it up now. Boys 3-month onesie, $8. I just don't get it. And some of this stuff looks worn. Some of it looks rough. And you're trying to sell that shit? I mean, come on. Oh, this chick is modeling a onesie and she's not appealing. I'm sorry. But she's got the thumbs up. It's all good. We got the thumbs up. Come buy my penguin onesie. I hope she's pregnant. She kind of looks pregnant. I'm going to look a little bit further into her profile and see if that's the issue. Oops, I accidentally clipped off of it. So we're never going to know. We'll never find that one out, but that's okay. I'm pretty confident she's pregnant, and if not, I'm sorry, that's rough. But let's do, see, I went to kids' clothes. Let's see if I can think of another one. Oh, here's a name brand. They got an Adidas shirt. That's Liddy. Mommy's new man. $6 baby boy outfit. The shirt says Mommy's new man. I'm sorry. I think those sayings on shirts, the cliche stuff, I think that's so lame. That is just so tacky. Shirts with fucking cliche sayings. It's kind of cute for babies, maybe, but when adults wear them, it's gross. It's cringy is what it is. So let's see. I'm trying to find I'm trying to, there was some, I mean, that was a thing, I feel like, in the early 2000s, was the funny sayings on shirts, but oh, here's one. This is so funny, too. The guys that drive those big lifted trucks that rev them up real loud, to one I talked about in one of my previous episodes, those guys, they wear this shirt. It says, "I like the sound you make when you shut up." Ooh, I'm so fucking tough. I tell people to shut up. Fuck off, idiot. Here's a tank top. It says, "You stay classy, San Diego," which is clearly a ripoff from Anchorman, which it was a funny movie, but like when people beat this shit to death, it becomes so cliche and it's like it like makes it not funny anymore. I'm trying to think of how to explain this. I don't feel like a lot of people are going to agree with me on this, but like today's April Fool's Day, and what is it, there is a office from The Office, and Michael Scott is a picture of Michael Scott, and it says, "Why is one day dedicated to a joke when my whole life's a joke?" Okay. I saw that going wildly viral. It's that normie shit, dude. It's that fucking normie shit. Like, yes, The Office is an incredible show, but just like, that's just so normie to share that. My life's a joke. That's funny. It's going viral, so it must be funny. I don't know what's funny, but this tells me that it's funny, so I must share it. It must be funny since it's getting shared a lot. I'll just conform to the mass. Look at me blending into society. I have a personality. I'm funny. This is cute. Haha, this minion said happy Monday. Ha ha ha, that's funny. Guys, look, I have a personality. I'm different. I'm quirky. Ha 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 ha. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking boring normie. I hate that shit, and I'm sorry. I don't think that shit's funny. Here's one. This isn't terrible, but it says, "Don't worry, beach happy." And then the EA, or the BE is a different color than the ACH on beach. So it says, "Don't worry, be happy." And then they added beach in there. Trying to be cute. I get it. Not the worst one, but... Ooh, E. I don't like this one. It says bride vibes. And then there's batch vibes for the man. Ugh. That's cliche and cringy. I don't like that. And if you don't get why I don't like that, I can't explain it to you. I guess we're just on a different wavelength. Man, so kind of, I'm starting to get into a different topic, and I know that, but this is leading me to a thought of a better way to explain what I'm trying to get at with these cliche sayings. There's an Instagram page called Facebook Shirts, and it's all those shitty generic shirts where it's like, I may be born in October, I got a little bit of crazy in me, but I can't remember it off the top of my head from there, but if you're not understanding what I'm trying to get at, I would recommend look up the Facebook or the Instagram page called Facebook Shirts. And if you know what I'm talking about, then you get it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I think there's just a barrier, like a mental barrier. And it's not having to be smart. It's not IQ. It's just like there's a humor wavelength, and you either get it or you don't. And I've showed this example to people that I know where they're just like, I don't get why you think that's funny, or I don't get why you think that's dumb or whatever. But then there's other people that get it. And then I see this page on the internet. I'm like, there is people out there that get it. I'm not alone. I realize I'm not alone. And that's so satisfying. And some people can explain the stuff better than me. So I don't have my computer next to me, but I'll look this up on my phone. What is it? Facebook Shirts. Make sure I give you guys the right handle when you go to look it up. Oh, yeah, because I'm going to follow the official Facebook Instagram page. Suck my fucking cock, idiots. So here's one, and this is a picture of someone actually wearing this in public. And on the back of this hoodie, it says, and it's got, the font is just, the fonts actually make it funnier, and I can't explain that over a podcast, but it says, "Buckle up, Buttercup. You just flipped on my bitch switch." Ugh! Blech! I'm gonna throw up. That's so cliche, and it's always like fat, ugly people wearing it. Here's one. And it's got a model wearing a plain black shirt, and the text and the images are very obviously photoshopped on. Like, it's not even photoshopped. It's like they went into Microsoft Paint and just copied this onto the shirt. It's not even like symmetrical. It's terrible. It doesn't even look right. But anyway, it says, I'm an October guy. I'm not mean or cold-hearted. I'm just sick of being fucked over. Ooh, you're so tough, bro. And in the image in the middle of the shirt, it's got a skeleton with a hood up and a sickle, like kind of like the Grim Reaper, and it's got flames behind it. Like, people like this shit. That's what blows my mind. People, and they buy this shit. Otherwise, it wouldn't exist. It's so tacky. Oh, this one might be the worst shirt. And again, with the terrible Photoshop. It says, yes, I'm a spoiled girlfriend, but not yours. I am the property of a freaking awesome boyfriend. He has a gun, he's a bit crazy, and scares me sometimes. Don't flirt with me. If you can read this, you are already too close, and they'll never find your body. Huh? What is that? And of course, you know how much I just read, so you already know that shirt is just a huge block of unreadable text. Ugh. Here's the top comment. Blink 4 times if your freaking awesome boyfriend is holding you hostage. So accurate. Like that. Why does everyone like they want to be tough so bad, but they're not? It's like those like fucking fat weird guys and girls wear those shirts. Like gross people. Like, you know who I'm talking about. And if that's you, fucking, I don't know why you're listening to this at this point. It's just, I don't know. I'm at a loss for words. I don't understand how people can buy these shirts. Wouldn't be surprised if she's dating a welder. Those guys fix problems that your college degree can't. I love that because people are so insecure when they go into a trade that they didn't go into college. Side note, there's nothing wrong with going into a trade, but there's the ones that are so insecure about it that they have, yeah, your college degree can't fix that. I weld things. What's that piece of paper do for you? That's such a broken argument to give an inanimate object realistic actions, like people actions. It's like the whole, actually, I am not going to say that. But yeah, you can't give a piece of paper, like my uncle always rags on me about using my phone. He's like, what's that phone going to do for you, huh? And he's like that blue collar type guy that works on cars. When he says he works on cars, we'll see. I haven't seen him work on cars in a while. But he's like, was your phone going to grow arms and fix it for you? And I'm looking at this piece of, like, something's wrong with my car and I don't even know how to begin to fix it. Well, guess what I do? I Google it on my phone and someone else found the same problem on my car, the same year, the same model, the same trim, the same engine, the same everything. And they told me exactly how to fix it. And guess who fixed it? Wouldn't you know? I fixed it with my phone. Now, obviously, my phone didn't grow arms and fix it for me, because obviously, but that's such a fallacious argument, and I hate when people use that. It doesn't work. You can't give an inanimate object actions. Inanimate objects can't produce action. And when you try to debunk an argument by doing that, it's a fallacy. You can't do that. It's not substantiate into an argument. And the only people that use those arguments are the ones that yell over you when you're trying to prove a point. So you can't win those arguments. One of my friends the other day told me, he's like, you can't argue with stupid people because they'll beat you with experience. Because they'll take you down to their level and beat you with experience. I'm like, oh, wow, that's accurate. I can't beat that. So, don't know how I did it, but I started with selling stuff on Facebook. I went to cliche Facebook shirts, and then I ended with a rant about objects having, producing, whatever. You know what I was talking about. It was 2 seconds ago and I can't remember. What time are we at? Why did you guys let me talk this long? It's at 25 minutes. I gotta pay for this time that I use. You guys, I'm gonna go broke on this podcast. Because I strategically chose 20 minutes per episode because I have to pay for a certain amount of time that I store these files on to post them to Spotify. And so now I fucked everything up. You guys, I'm fucking up. I guess I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. So anyway, I'm going to cut it off there. Thanks again for listening. Don't take anything too personal that I say. I'm just fucking spewing ass bullshit, whatever comes to my mind at this point. This episode was very fucking spaghetti. All over the place. A fucking hot mess on the wall. Shout out to Connor. Coined that term probably 4 years ago. So just fucking enjoy it. And if you don't, I'm sorry. I mean, you either get it or you don't, I guess, in some scenarios. But if you listened, I do appreciate it. We have fun. Don't take anything I say too personal. It's hyperbole. We're here to have a good time. So yeah, I'm going to cut you off there. Check me out on Spotify if that's not where you're listening to me. I'm also there. I do have a website. Again, I'm not on my computer. I don't have my link handy. I'm such an unprepared podcaster, and I'm sorry. So yeah, follow the Twitter at BigMadPod, BigMadPod. Tweet me there. I would love to hear feedback about the show or any topics you'd like me to discuss. That's all I have for you today. Again, I apologize for the possible echo you could be hearing. I'm going to get that worked out in the future here. But that's all I have for you. Thanks for sticking with me. My name's Lucas. This is the Big Mad Podcast, and I'll catch you next time.